Hello friends, have you ever heard about Golden Pyramid? Today I am visiting Hyderabad's first Trija Golden Pyramid made by the divine feminine light worker Deepti Reddy, founder of Womenergy Meditation Circle, Trija Spaces for Inner Reality, an eco-conscious entrepreneur creating green business models in the area of natural food, farming and lifestyle. A naturalist, extensively worked for 7 years with the environment, a meditator, and conscious cosmic being who aspires to uplift the consciousness of fellow earth beings through simple guided meditation. Women work life balance and multifaceted dynamic mentor, Swara Yoga practitioner, Agnihotra promoter, and Devi Circle full moon meditator. Passionately contributing in the area of holistic women empowerment, supported thousands of women entrepreneurs in green businesses and brought them into spiritual path through Anapanasati meditation. Let's welcome Deepti Reddy in the series of spiritual talks with Kavita to know her life journey and success along with her life goal.
Hey friends, so I'm feeling so happy here. How did you find this golden pyramid? So without much delay, let's welcome our divine soul, Deepti Reddy, an entrepreneur, businesswoman, and of course, a lady with a golden heart. Deepti ji, welcome.
Namaste.
So I'm really feeling so divine and blessed to be here. The energy of this place is at ultimate level. So Deepti ji, before knowing your life journey, first I want to know, why do you call yourself Deepa Trija?
So it just happened after Patriji sir vacated the body. I felt there is no meaning to my life if I didn't take ahead the Patriji sir's mission, plus I was promoting this Trija Golden Energy Pyramids and Spaces. So it just occurred to me that, Deepthi plus Patri plus Trija. Wow. So it just became Deepa Trija. Something like you can say a pen name or a soul pen name.
Yeah, it's really very connecting. Even, just hearing this word, we just remember Patriji. Thank you for bringing this beautiful concept. I want to know your life journey. How did you start your life journey? How did you come into meditation and how did you connect it to Patriji?
Yeah. From childhood, I was a very spiritually inquisitive child, I can say. Mm-hmm. I had great interest in the subject matters of death and life. Mm-hmm. From my 6th class, I started meditation. At that time, it was not Anapanasati. Just it happened to be in my schools where, Brahma Kumaris started coming. Then like that in my life, I have touched 7 different forms of meditation from 7 masters. I can say, 7 modern gurus. Somehow, they couldn't complete me actually. Mm-hmm. So, but I was very inquisitive and somehow had this feeling or that intuition as a child that we are divine beings who come for a human experience from higher realms. Some energy was guiding me probably, or it was my past life works, I can't say. As a child also, I clearly had a clarity that this mother and father are only biological. Higher realms, I used to think that, at that time, I used to connect to Lord Shiva and Parvati and say, these are my greater mother and father. Or I always connected to nature as a greater guide for me. Right. So that's how my spiritual journeys begin. I was a very voracious book reader. Mm-hmm. So I started reading every possible book as a child from spirituality, especially on the matters of soul, life, death. So what is the ultimate possibility of human existence? That's what always created an intense curiosity in me. So like how we study our subject when even before 10th standard, intermediate, like we do MSET and all, I used to literally research and study on the highest evolution of human existence, human consciousness evolution. This was my subject matter expertise. Okay. As that process, I touched many master's paths, I can say. Mm-hmm. Until I ended up with Patri sir in 2018. Right. Though I met him in 11, I had a deep mistrust over the masters and I never took anything so easily. I was not a woman who would, just like that trust, nothing except truth. That was what I was seeking. My journey was like generally people come to meditation when they have problems or some life crisis. Mm-hmm. But mine was like, I always had this thing that with or without crisis, my truth path was that. So I was searching for truth. since a child.
So you did a lot of sadhana before
Yes.
entering this path,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Like I said, first Brahma Kumaris,
Yeah,
then I thought, there is something beyond it I have to learn. And I happened to be a part of International Kundalini Research Foundation. That was in 2016-17, I can't remember exactly. But yeah, like I said, as a child also I was learning meditation. However, when I was preparing for civil services after my intermediate and all, I'm said, then we went for this agriculture. I left my MBBS and took agriculture actually as my career. During that time, I needed some or the other practice, so I used to do this pranic healing and Reiki. That was first I practiced because I had a close connection with the plants majorly and the earth element. So I wanted to know more about the earth energies. That's how it attracted me. That was one path. And after that, during my civil services preparation, there was a lot of stress. We used to read for 18 hours. So that's when I used to practice in Art of Living, Delhi. Delhi, I was practicing Art of Living, Sudarshan Kriya. Any guru's path I used to do so intensely that even if it is suppose someone does for 4 years, I used to do so much intensely even in 4 months. And I can tell like that. What was the highest dedication, devotion I used to give for any path actually, even it is Kriya Yoga Parampara, another Parampara. Like that Art of Living extreme I have done almost. So yeah, that was one
making me
path.
more curious that you left MBBS and went
Took
into
farming because that was my soul calling. I always had a clear choices from the soul. What was against my soul, I couldn't sit there.
Right.
So during civil services, that was, and parallelly my education was going on, graduation was going on, exams were going on. I used to, even my spiritual graduations were going on, I can tell. After that, I thought it was not enough for me. I really felt a complete void. Even I used to get greater intuitions that this was not my path, I had to do more. That's when I even explored Shambhavi. शाम्भवी उस टाइम तक मैं ऑलरेडी हमारा शैव परंपरा था. हमारा ग्रैंडफादर से हम बहुत गॉडेस क्या बोलते हैं साधक्स उपासक्स एंड वी बिल्ट मेनी शिवा टेम्पल्स. इवन माई ग्रैंडफादर न्यू हिज डेथ टाइम. सो वी हैड अ स्पेशल लीनिएज विथ शिवा एंड पार्वती लाइक that consciousness I can say. So that path I have explored. I have done so much that one day I used to declare to the goddess energy whatever which descended and tell that either you show me the truth or just dissolve now. అంటే లైక్ इतना इंटेंसली पूछती थी जो भी है गॉड अटेनमेंट फाइनल गोल है तो ह्यूमन ड्रामा क्यों हमको नहीं चाहिए बोल के उतना इंटेंसली करती थी.
So what was the main quest of your life that time?
See, whatever is the highest human consciousness can achieve, that was my quest.
Okay.
So be it civil services, be it doctor seat, these were all the path for me. I mean, they were like milestones in the journey, but I was always clear that's not my final destination.
Right.
That were careers. They don't define us. Our soul is not defined by them.
Right.
I wanted to achieve what is the highest possibility of the soul. So this awareness I had as a teenager also. So even in my 18 years, I used to say in happiness lies my success, in service lies my purpose, like that. And everything I used to see the spirit of things, soul of things, connect to the energy of things. Right. So naturally, a person who connects to energy explores every energy, right? So
True.
like that ये भी हो गया था. इंटरनेशनल कुंडलिनी रिसर्च फाउंडेशन मेंबर थी मैं. हम हिमालयस ट्रैवल करते थे.
You were selected at very young age, right?
हाँ.
So what was your age that
See,
time?
actually, I think 22 to 24, something between that age. That was my first Himalaya trip also happened that time.
Okay.
It was not like I was planned to awaken my Kundalini or anything. Naturally, in 2012, some energy started growing in me, merging in me, transcending in me. It was like I used to receive intergalactic federations kinds of messages also. I never knew that these things were there that time. I had no one to, share it back or prove it back, but I used to document these things.
Right.
Personal researches, experimenting on my own body.
Right.
Dark room meditations, then Himalayas, going to there and high energy places में साधनास करना. ऐसे एक solitude में थी पूरा में 2-3 साल ऐसे solitude में थी before marriage. So it was like.
Though I know a little bit of your journey, but I want you to tell that how your materialistic life, you have been a very successful woman, doing multiple businesses and entrepreneurship journey. How was the entire journey and how did you turn your this thing into spiritual growth?
Yeah.
What is this Trija meant for, right? And what you are doing for this Trija? What is your mission now?
Yeah. For me, like you said, balancing material aspect of life and spiritual. Also balancing samsara and sannyasa, both at the times. Being a woman, mother, wife, entrepreneur, and again balancing it's like being a saint and a businessman both together. It was really challenging. And when you actually don't have any attachment, it becomes difficult even to earn money, actually, I can say that. But I learned that art of managing, and we have to be dispassionate, discreet. I started discreting between the real and unreal, the truth and the false. So it eventually balancing this spirituality into materialism become easy, because everything is spiritual actually. There is nothing called materialism also. Everything is directly, indirectly related to our spiritual reality.
When you are aligned with your higher purpose, you can
Yes.
understand it very, very
And
better
for me,
than-
entrepreneurship was social entrepreneurship. So it became more easy. I always worked with environment companies, earth-based.
So could you please throw some light on it, like what you did for this social environment?
After I left my civil services career, then 2012 I started Idya Eco Living Private Limited. It was the first of its kind eco-spiritual consultancy company in the entire country.
Okay.
I declared that I will be working with the 5 cosmic elements, consciously contribute to the cosmos. This was my caption from that time also.
Okay.
So though people did not much realize, eco-spiritual had to be the future. That time it was not so much eco-consciousness also, people were not, but I always had a vision that decade ahead every economy has to be eco-consciously aligned. We have to bring conscious ecological activism into business, this kind of thoughts. So I did that first consultancy company. From there on I believed my ideas are goods, my ideas will be becoming companies, my ideas will be someday read in books. So unfortunately I didn't have the opportunity to pursue higher education like my MBA and all, but I thought one day all the students will read our models, community models. Thereon I incubated many startups, Organic Gampa, Farm Tour, Harita Sankalpam, AgriPace, many more like that. And I mean, it's like anything I did with community, women, agriculture, natural food, natural farming. So for me, nature and women were not separate. It was like I had a way of aligning these two things into impact models. Okay. So I was a change maker. I am a change maker, and I am an impact creator. I always worked with communities and their green livelihoods basically. So everything was a journey only for me, spiritual journey. So whatever my soul has told, that became the business models, I can tell. So
Wow,
it flew into economics.
It's really wonderful to know entire this concepts, through your journey.
Yeah.
So let's know more about Trija formation. You have founded it.
So actually I'll tell you how Trija happened. Like I said, I was a green entrepreneur. When I had this first pregnancy, but I used to carry my child and go and somehow balance. After the second child, it really became tough, and lot of this woman soul work life balances thoda challenges ho raha tha. Us time I started Womenergy, an entity where as a woman my energy shouldn't stop. So everyone's energy is like that only. So it became a circle of women. Like that I started with networking, then promoting businesses and all. But even in that I used to create women circles actually. I was more connected as a child also to the divine feminine consciousness. Somehow I felt every woman is a goddess, and her inner goddess have to be awakened. She's already spiritual enough, just that she has to awaken to it. So this woman empowerment, spiritual empowerment, economical, ecological, all were going together. That formed the base of Trija, I can say. So Womenergy, next VM Association, next Her Market, She Manufactures, like that whatever I was creating, it was all about women.
Right.
But when I realized, even before economically telling them about how to grow in business and be successful, I thought if you give them spiritual wisdom, this divine feminine wisdom, they can balance all the other things.
True.
For me, empowerment is holistic. It has to be spiritual, ecological, economical and social. So that's where women circles formation, making them meditate. This was a part of my networking also. Somehow at that time I used to prioritize business and little prioritize meditation. After that, after like Patri sir's body vacation, thoda us saal pehle kya hua, suddenly I realized you give this first and that later. So eventually Womenergy meditation circle started happening. Here when I was doing, actually I did not plan golden pyramid. I don't know anything about even pyramid construction by that time. Just 2018 से Patri sir से बहुत intensely travel किए. Yeah, I may be one of the most fortunate women, I can say, had spent so many physical hours with him. Directly, indirectly, pandemic bhi I was in the villas and I was with him. Whenever he used to come, I got a lot of opportunity to share a lot of wisdom with him, feminine wisdom, general wisdom about the soul and all these things. Last year once he happened to say that did you personally construct a pyramid and experience it? That's when it triggered that someday I will do it, but I didn't take seriously. When I started this, I wanted to do a eco real estate company. That's when we put Trija, was like Trija means Tripura Sundari Devi, Joy, Shiva consciousness. Divine feminine plus divine masculine, I want to unite and do something.
Right.
I thought it will be a real estate company, eco-reality. Suddenly when I meditated in the first day here, it occurred to me, no, you create spaces where people will come and experience their inner reality.
Right.
तो ये टाइम फॉर इको रियलिटी जो हुआ, हमारा इंट्यूशन में ऐसे लोगो रोटेट होके स्पेसेस फॉर इनर रियलिटी हो गया. उस टाइम के बाद हमको ऐसा अचानक से लगा हम ऐसे स्पेसेस क्रिएट करेंगे व्हेन पीपल एंटर देयर कॉन्शियसनेस uplifts.
Right.
So from that day I started meditating. Lot of other community people, somehow I started receiving support from nature also. Suddenly one day it occurred to me, you will start creating golden pyramids. Till that time I never know what is golden light or energy, though I channel light and I used to do light meditations and all naturally, but I never know that I can channel golden light. Then this Anapanasati already I was intensely practicing, and these both started merging in me somehow. So it occurred to me that golden pyramid is a symbol of divine feminine.
Wow.
Because I was always standing symbolism for that consciousness. Suddenly it occurred to me, and all goddesses generally we see in the golden energy. It somehow occurred to me this rim is higher than the white light and the other lights, and I felt if I create a golden pyramid, we create a golden pyramid, some consciousness will be awakened. So that was it, feminine consciousness.
Could you please say some more about this golden light, and what is the significance of this particular golden pyramid, and how this golden pyramid is different than normal pyramid?
Yes. So see, human evolution, the highest form of consciousness evolution is becoming the light actually. Like they say light beings. We compare all the higher souls with the stars and the light beings, and we see them becoming the light beings also. So that is the importance of light. And this light channels through us actually. It channels through us, and cosmic energy channels through us through the light. I had a special relation with light, like you talk a language, right? So I used to listen from light beings, listen light, hear light, experience light messages. This happened naturally. But later on I learned there are many light meditations, light technologies, though I didn't give much importance. When I sat here for the first time, this space was my conference hall earlier, it happened to me that that golden light started descending in 3-4 rooms and all. Then I thought, what is this? Why is it happening so intensely in my Anapanasati meditations? Then it was something to do with the spaces. These spaces had to be are activating with golden light. So then I thought, can we really build golden pyramids? If it is king's time, we'll get gold and do probably. How to do now? Then it occurred to me, we can use Panchaloha, we can also use the Khans and also it serves a symbolism. Also it was like, after the light is channelized astrally or whatever in the dream, physical construction happened later on. So the difference between golden pyramid and Adhan pyramid, I can say there is a clear difference. You see this golden energy ream here. You can physically experience it also. You feel a higher dimension. Every pyramid has that power naturally, that 51-degree angle, and you quickly go to no mind stages. But this pyramid, I again started feeling a higher energy portal, something which shifts us to the, like we say in Satyuga, we compare with golden age. Anything of the purest form, we say golden.
Yes.
We say he's a golden boy, a golden girl, a golden child. Why do we say this? Until like the highest purity. In alchemy, any metal heated to the biggest temperature or whatever becomes golden.
Gold,
So it means when golden pyramids are there, the highest consciousness or the purest consciousness stages can be achieved here. I believe this is a symbolism. So why divine feminine? Why specifically female into meditation?
Yeah, because you have been working with a lot of people, maybe in lakhs or more than that. Why especially women?
Human race transformation is quickly possible when woman consciousness shifts. Because a woman changes, a generation changes, obviously. Even maybe that's why Patri sir 2018 say he was like telling women meditation circles more. Already it was there in me always, creating circles, women, and also I thought why not, make them more meditators, make them more vegetarians, and this shift always. So every golden pyramid center for me is like a divine feminine community center where a lot of women tend to transform, come into the spiritual path, meditate, become vegetarians, then spread this pyramid energy more. They are women empowerment centers for me. I can say they are divine feminine empowering centers.
Yeah.
So why divine feminine? Like I again said, 2500 years ago, again through Buddha's enlightenment path, this Anapanasati we have received. At the same time, 2500 years ago, divine feminine wisdom was lost also.
Oh, is
I mean,
it?
yes. You can research more on this also. You'll get a lot of books where, earlier there were a lot of matriarchy worship. elemental, female were worshipped. Eventually priestesses became prostitutes, and all the female wisdom holders became witches. And it was like, somehow there was a suppression of the very good knowledge, I can say.
I mean, they might have got suppressed by
Yeah,
society.
generally
or-
maybe the tendency of patriarchy, or tendency. See, humans have a tendency to dominate over each other, obviously. So female are by default powerful. It's a prakriti purush bolte na isliye. So prakriti always is like more. It is always creating and going on. So woman already had this prakriti tattva, that herself is prakriti. So somehow you have to keep her in a system. How do you keep her hold, under balanced, under control? A woman always has to be in charge of her life. Actually, that's when she is an empowered woman. So if she is empowering herself more, and divine feminine wisdom comes easily, and everyone started using that. You cannot control a woman, you cannot create families, you cannot create systems. So there was like, lot of things in lot of religions. It was like a planned, you can say, it was like a planned conspiracy almost. Everything regarding powerful was started depicting as male actually. For example, solar, it was earlier a Gayatri mantra bolte the Savita Shakti, then it became sun god somehow. So like this, many symbolisms which are powerful started depicting as male, and lot of powerful symbols which are earlier female symbols. We had nature worship, feminine worship, lot of wisdom was there. Like even actual Sita story, maybe after Patri sir printed Sitayanam, supported, promoted Sitayanam, thoda sa knowledge bahar aaya. 1000 Seeds of Joy by Anand Karnation ji. Lot of feminine wisdom is now coming out. Lot of female goddesses, goddesses are being born in different female and male bodies right now. Now that it is a time of awakening of feminine wisdom on earth from 2012 to 18 onwards intensified, 22 se zyada ho gaya. So like this, if you research on your own, you will observe a lot of wisdom was lost. Somehow you hear of Saptarishis, you don't read about their wives. You listen about Sai Baba, you don't know that there was always a female energy with Sai Baba. With Jesus there was a female energy. With and everywhere, if you see the Dashavatars, you see the 10 male avatars. Did you know how much that female avatar, that knowledge was lost? So even Lopamudra gave that knowledge to the head of the Saptarishis, then it came. So somehow this yogini's culture, sages' wisdom, everything became masculine. So much masculine that imbalance started creating. Even the female themselves are masculizing themselves right now, losing their feminine strengths and sensitivities, thinking that being a male is powerful. But being a feminine is so powerful, being sensitive, being this beautiful and dutiful both. Beautiful and dutiful both. Balancing this beauty is lost. Creation, compassion, ethics, everything that flows naturally is a feminine consciousness energy actually. So a lot of subject matter expertise has to be researched on this also. It is lost in every culture, every religion. Somehow this is suppressed, not expressed to the fullest, let us call.
True, yeah. So, and when you were mentioning all these things, I just remember that how Patriji brought this thing again back. He always used to praise his mother, and whatever he learned from his mother, he always, kept in front of us. And he started this Mahila Dhyana Mahachakra, right? From there, women started coming out, and we can see a lot of things.
So I'm also happy Patri sir, left 2 daughters and madam, and a lot of female symbolism going around, but it's not about female body, I can tell you.
It's about the energy.
It is more about the energy. Also see what Buddha has achieved, that enlightenment. He has suppose left his wife and should have been a single mother, and left out wife, and she managed the palace, then the child, then all that, and she faced all the samsara, and again she got enlightened. So what Buddha got out of the palace, she got inside the palace. So that is about feminine balance, I can say. So that symbolism, maybe why I am so connected to Patri sir in this journey also, he never, always samsara and sannyasa used to balance. He used to tell everyone to balance that. Today's female also need that balance actually. It's not like you're a woman achiever and you're back sad at home and you don't balance the things. So it has to be, everything had to be balanced. So that was a beautiful journey, Patri sir, symbolism. He's a symbol of divine feminine, I can say actually. He's a symbol of divine feminine. The way he, took the creative force into the transformation of human consciousness.
We can sense through his activities, just by simply serving the food.
Yes.
The compassion, the love.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. So a lot of things are there to understand your plans. Here I want to understand how Trija can help in uplifting women's life.
Yeah. Like I said, creating more decentralized women meditation circles. That will be the goal of Trija centers wherever they are. They'll be led by women, women leadership, women organized, and eventually spreading more consciousness shift to women. just like the Devi circles or the goddess circles, or more of energy circles will be created by women. Decentralized work will be done. So eventually it occurred to me that I had to do more work in Telangana, because more of non-vegetarianism, more of divine feminine consciousness heavily injured here over generations of feudalism, Naxalism, then all this whatever communalism, then a lot of feminine consciousness is injured here, though we have a lot of goddess worships here, temples, and female is more worshipped here. At the same time, female is like consciousness is more abused here, not rightly understanding the spirit of this feminine consciousness. So it occurred to me like 33 golden pyramids I'm working upon creating in Telangana in 33 districts.
Wow.
So there'll be more like community centers, spreading decentralized women meditation circles and more vegetarian clubs. So at the same time, women livelihoods and empowerment, that anyhow I'm working since years. So again, to the meditators and pyramid women, creation of more livelihoods through maybe pyramid technologies. I'm trying to get them into industries actually. So small micro industries, MSMEs. So eventually if you can bring these technologies into daily human lives of the women, and food cultures also, like anyhow I'm into the food businesses and all, more promoting kind of this millet stuff, or so livelihood of the woman, cultural awakening of the woman, this will be going on. I'm also working upon this IPWS community, Indian Pyramid Women Spiritual Society Network. At the same time, Global Pyramid Women Spiritual Society Network. Why a network is, when we network and tend to bring all of them onto one platform, they tend to share more, like every woman is a dot in the circle. So it's like a circular model again. So Global Pyramid Women, Indian Pyramid Women, and especially because I intuited that I have to work in this state more physically, so Telangana Pyramid Women Societies. So these three are more like a network forums, I can say.
So all these are your future plans for?
Yes, and Trija will take up constructions of 33 golden pyramids physically first, in each district in Telangana. Then each state one symbolic pyramid.
Wow.
So across the country, 28 states and maybe then union territories. I'm calling for more women, more communities to come forward and support this. Yes, it will eventually happen actually, because it's naturally tend to evolve, so it will happen.
Right.
So that's a future plan for the next
wonderful.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I know that you are connected, or people are connected with you throughout the country, and not only in country, from outside also. So how do you manage and how do you balance, and how do you carry this relationship for long time?
See, naturally meditation helps balance. Without meditation, you cannot actually balance family life and spiritual life. First thing. Also, so many businesses, so many companies, so many ideas, so many impact creating models are not physically possible in 24 hours actually. So when you meditate, you create more dimensional energy, I can say more spatial energy, more time energy. Also with the communities, we connect with the souls. We do not connect with the minds. So it becomes easy actually, in fact. Like Patri sir says, for everything solution is meditation. So if I am doing something, it is because of meditation I am doing. Connectivity also.
Do you think we need to train these women also?
Yes.
In any aspect?
Of course, Auntie. See, women somehow have this tendency of keeping themselves second. It has to come unto second in the sense they think husband, kids is a love and everything is the first place. They have less self-love. So, except few women who are already, awakened, empowered. So, this self-love aspect has to be created, because happy women create happy families create happy societies and happy communities. So, somehow we have to train women in first more meditation. More meditation is more soul time, more self-love, obviously. She realizes her inner energy, and then rest all will fall in place. Economy, all the other family issues and balances they will do. We have to specifically train villages, mandals, districts, communities, and also other non-reachable places till now where women are not much into daily meditation practices, we have to promote.
Once they start the meditation and once they start listening their soul, they will definitely start.
Yes. And a lot of women, they're men also, they're doing meditation since years. But if you don't have the practical spirituality, if your wisdom is not applied in your daily life, and you are a failure in your daily life, or you seem that is very dangerous trend. Spiritual sense without common sense is dangerous.
People are doing spiritual bypass,
Yes.
They are doing 10 hours of meditation, but they don't know really how to balance the entire things.
Actually, when all these Kundalini, some processes happen also, people tend not to be balanced in the physical world. Either they have to seek solitude, that time, or they have to somehow balance that into the real lives. Otherwise, spiritual people should never stand symbol of foolishness. They have to stand symbol of real empowerment, life, knowledge, wisdom. They have to be wise and not stupid. And I have seen this trend because a lot of meditators are somehow lost and in their worlds. This is very dangerous trend. That I have always want to tell that you seek silence and meditation, you transform the world naturally, but you are not applying it in your daily lives, it is dangerous. Somehow you should not stand as a symbol of, what do you say, lack of joy. You should have to be full of joy, full of positivity. That women have to compulsory implement in their daily lives.
So our goal should be always enjoyment and growth together with the help of meditation and
Being truthful.
being
Truthful.
Very true. Yeah.
Joyful is one aspect. Being truthful, either you're joyful or sadful or whatever, you're transforming. So sometimes it's a process. Now you have to be truthful to the path.
Yeah, because when people really carry away with situations, they are not truthful to themselves and to not even to their close ones. So that is really very Bij mantra, I can say, for the real growth. Coming to my another question, where Patriji always promoted meditation plus vegetarianism. I know you are from strong Reddy family.
Yeah, I was a pure non-vegetarian only. From childhood I ate because I never told my mother or anyone that is wrong. I always enjoyed the food, and so eventually, because I was a meditator so like I said, several paths I touched, 2011, then 12 onwards, somehow it completely dropped. Naturally I started stopping. In between I had craving, I used to be on and off. But when I had a habit of doing intense Shivaratri sadhana, one Shivaratri it happened that very strongly I was given the message that you being working with the environment is not enough. Completely stop this. So from the next day that craving dropped, everything dropped down.
So it was natural call or
yes, because even if you feel like eating, it is as good as eaten, right? I mean,
right.
like even if you have the desire, yes. So how do you overcome the desire? There is nothing called suppressing desire. It bounces back actually.
True.
So desires have to be naturally dropped down, or naturally it have to be experienced to the fullest. Either two of this. So for me, it was a natural drop down. Then eventually I took it very seriously that I will never touch or harm an animal platter for my food anytime. No, life on a platter anytime, and don't eat dead food, don't kill animal. If you really observe all the non-vegetarians, they like the taste, that's all. Because as a non-vegetarian, I knew that I could not stop the taste, that's all. If someone gives the same taste with some other material, I can eat that also. But then I realized I have to tell people that, this is harmful for the consciousness as a whole. You don't grow actually. They think it is life cycle, food cycle, all this they argue, but that's not true. Somehow when they realize everyone have to be vegetarians, it will happen also on the earth. Love is like let others voluntarily evolve. I believe that all. So eventually sometime, this lifetime or other lifetime, you have plenty lifetimes, it's your choice, their choice also. But sooner or later, some lifetime, it's every soul will realize that, this vegetarianism and not harming any life for our food. It is not dharma, it is against the nature. Dharma means aligning with the nature. So ahimsa should be our dharma always.
So very beautiful. Thank you for explaining in such a beautiful. It's really very interesting spiritual journey of yours. So after doing all these sadhanas, when did you meet Patriji and what was the call from inside?
Like I said, I happened to see first Dhyana Mahachakram in Simhachalam Hills. One of my friend Monish, he drove me there and some people took me there. It was my first experience where like seeing a new, though I went into several meditation paths, meditation circles, cults, groups. Somehow this was different. People, the technology is very, very advanced. First time I saw Patri sir there. In among 1 lakh crowd, he was coming and, directly staring. He has a way of, when people, it's time to meet the master. He has a unique style. He was coming towards my side. Somehow I didn't trust him. There were women around and I really had this trust issues. So I didn't trust him. So I was about to go away from that space. Suddenly he came there and said, I will meet you again, madam. So in that 1 lakh people and coming and gaze telling that, suddenly I went away. I couldn't take it somehow. I went away from that place. I forgot about him also. 11 May. I didn't take him serious and he said, I will meet you again. That's all. That was the first meet. 2018, he met me again in my dream wake state actually. By the time every form of meditation I was doing, somehow in 18 I got a Vairagya state. Everything was there and I was not attached to anything. We have everything but feeling like we have nothing. So it was a different phase. Maybe the postnatal took on me and my businesses. It was a transformation phase for me. I literally want to give up on my body and soul, nothing but the truth. I said, that night I was ready to vacate my body. I had 2 surgeries that year somehow. Even that took a, maybe they are cosmic surgeries, I can tell. So they transformed my every cell actually. So I was asking that night, either I know who is my guru, physical guru, otherwise I am leaving this body. That night I came, this Patri sir, that same image came into the dream wake state. I was very conscious, aware of my body actually. It was not dream. It was like a real scenario happening, some alternate reality, I don't know. So he came there. I was falling off from a cliff. He kept me back there, something like that. White kurta paisama. All the gurus whom I journeyed, 7 masters, were in one bus. And he stopped the bus and made me climb the bus along with him. That was like amazing experience. Like something in me shifted. I started realizing that there was a new journey ahead. Then that night I called one of my friend Urvash and said, this is the person you are following now. Because few days ago there was a strange conversation. Suddenly in one women network, business network, it's achanak se ek attitude se maine bola, Patri sir, ye kya hai? Other gurus, how they are branding. This guru doesn't even brand himself. Let him give me branding. I'll show you what is branding. Somehow I told, I don't know even why I don't. Because this incident that happened that day dinner night, that night when I was about to give up on my body and mind and soul, that reminded me that go and meet Patri sir. I called the lady, take me now. You told this master, you take me to this master now. So that morning I didn't sleep, 2 to 4 or 6 something. I called her and we drove. I went to one place, he left. Again another place, he left. Like the 3 places I was chasing him. Third place I think Dhyana, what is that? Jagat office, uske baad Dilshuk Nagar, some place. For me I was in this Datta consciousness always. Afternoon, Sai Baba, food, I had this symbolism. Guru Tattva means somehow afternoon food, that was my symbolism. Serving food, a master. So exactly I entered, Patri sir like turned in his original style and said, eat food. So that was like afternoon.
Something hit.
Yes. Yeah. And that was our first meeting, again, second meeting I can say. I went, they said she came all the way for you and he gave me half an hour exclusive time in the room and I started like tears. I'm saying, sir, I'm not crying because I'm weak. I'm not crying because I have problems. I have not come to you because I need something. Like this I'm telling to him. I'm crying and I'm telling that. He's telling, I know. And actually that crying was happening because years of healing.
Yeah.
Soul was waiting to meet him. Na? Yes. Healing ho gaya tha pura. Achanak sa ajaib sa relief and happiness, joy, like this. Arey wow, what is this feeling? Why am I feeling so happy? And as if you came to the source, you feel happy. This was that day only meeting. And sir told, that lady also told, sir had a typical, I was waiting to hear that sentence since my childhood. I couldn't tell to my mother, father, friends, anyone. Though I researched so much on meditations, scientific technologies of, awakening Kundalini, anything. No one told me that you are a divine being who come for a human experience. That kind of statement sir told, and he put a chocolate in my hand. Then he said, I'm waiting for you, madam. You have to start working, something like that. Suddenly it occurred to me, yeah, I'm also waiting actually, I have to work, something like that. Then I started like that only. Ab kya karna hai? I don't want to go back to my home. Suddenly he said, madam, what is your next plan? Then she said, she came to travel with you only. Then he said, come to Kailasapuri. He was a person who told me, okay, Urush, you shift to that car. And he was sitting in the front, I was sitting in the back. He took me in the car to Kailasapuri, Kadda. Wow. That's how I came to the pyramid. That was my first day. Still the day is not complete. Went there, Navkant and all were sitting. That was the first meeting. Navkant also, he told, this madam has got in the Vasundhara paper. She does branding. This, as he was telling my profile. That day was Eco Day. They were launching some, see the symbolism. They were launching from solar project. Sir made me break the whatever, I don't know, opening or something. I was feeling, I wanted to be away. No crowd, nothing. I was running away. Sir was calling. I was going away, sir gave, Navkant told, you show her the pyramid. Shiva pyramid gaye the, meditation kar rahe the. Sir was sitting with the chair outside, like as if, what is your opinion? Come tell me, like that. I thought, why am I feeling like this? Or he does this to everyone? I was asking others. Then he said, no, sir, if there is a purpose only you came today here. Sir is giving you so much time, means something is there, sit here. So as soon as I came, suddenly I woke up and came outside and, sir, where is Parvati pyramid? I asked him like this one. We do have Parvati pyramid, he said, and he said like this, go there. So when I went there, heavy transformation happened to me in the Parvati pyramid meditation. Whatever visions I saw while leaving civil services, that I was traveling with lakhs of women, empowering them, or traveling, a lot of eco-conscious things and women empowerment things were happening. That vision, again I got 2012 जो विजन आया 2018 में आता है पार्वती पिरामिड एंड सर अगेन चेयर उधर लग के बाहर आके ही वॉज वेटिंग. दैट इज़ द फर्स्ट डे एंड आई सेड नाउ व्हाट. ठीक है, समझ में आ गया कि आई एम विद द राइट गुरु, राइट पाथ, कंटेंट, नो क्वेश्चन, नो डाउट, नो जजमेंट, नो फियर, a state of stillness. So I asked him, now what? Then he said, I have meditated thousands of years. अब मुझे लग रहा बाप रे बाप, I can't meditate. I was like completely tired by the time. इतने साधना जो भी किए थे बहुत प्योरिटी से किए थे हमने. तो I said, I can't meditate anymore like 1000 years now. Then I said, no problem. You ride on my shoulders. Like this only he said.
Wow.
And then he said, madam, one man's enlightenment is everyone's piece of cake. Suddenly it occurred to me that a enlightened person shares the cake. He never eats the cake on his own. So this wisdom, this consciousness expansion is also going to impact me. That really created a confidence in me. Then sir took me to the villa and we had food together. That was the first day and I had to leave by that time. Somehow everyone were touching feet and some all that. I never had this earlier, touching feet or surrendering. Though see, it might be just out of love also we can touch other people's feet, nothing wrong in it. But suddenly I didn't feel like, that Guru Paramparas, the touching. I always liked shake hands. Similarly, sir used to give shake hand. Then he said, are you my Guru now? Should I call you Guru? Who are you? And he said, call a friend. Be a friend first. If you like, take me as a guide. If you like that, what is there in that? Like that, he told very casually. That inspired me to, understanding he's a real master who creates leaders, not followers. So I'm a byproduct of him. I can say like a leader, not like a follower. I'm not his follower. So tomorrow, if I die, I would like to celebrate my death like Patri sir's death.
Wonderful. Yeah.
So that day, I happened to tell, okay, sir, I'm leaving, and suddenly I felt this, urge to touch the feet, and I touched, and I said, I don't know why I told. It occurred through my, how many years these legs would have traveled, spread meditation, vegetation on the earth. One day when these legs stop, give me the opportunity to serve this feet's energy. Why I told, I don't know, because after Patri sir vacated body, only this symbolism started and work started. So maybe at that time, my soul already had a contract and we were already coming, but that time I was not aware. Now it's like I understand every connection. He had a way of fitting people into that, life puzzles. That was the first day.
Now the scenario picture is very
Yes.
clear with connecting dots.
Just after this, कुछ ही दिनों में जो भी मैं उन पे शक करता था, I used to test him 100 times. Each time I passed my test. So after that, immediately he called me. Few days I got a Lady Legend award. That day I got a call, Patri sir is calling you. I came to the Dhyana Jagat office. So officially Patri sir took me to Kalasapuri, Kadtal first time.
Yes, yeah.
Officially he taught me Anapanasati in that room, Dhyana Jagat office. He sent everyone and told, madam, you should work for PMC for 6 months or something that time. I think officially he never gave check to anyone. First time he called and said, you should never take a woman energy for granted. She's an entrepreneur. She has to be paid for her services. I was also an emotional break and so that 6 months fitted well for me. So he offered me the first check that I won't take your service for free, and he invited me that you should create this energy of PMC is like my baby, like it's my child. You have to create that energy, madam. You have to share, like that he told. Then onwards I became friends with all the PMC family. Initially that story a lot of people know. So sir made me sit in that room that day. He sent everyone else and did that flute and taught me Anapanasati. Though I saw the videos and others doing, but that was officially he made me sit and told, this is the real form of meditation. And he told, I'm one of the most enlightened person walking on this earth.
Wow, wonderful. Congratulations.
And there was no looking back from there on. PMC पहले तो 6 hours आते थे sir, almost 4 to 6 hours we had opportunity to spend with him for many months. After that वो कहाँ पे भी जाते थे हम जाते थे, गुरु पौर्णिमा में जाते थे. Like it was a lot of sharing actually.
Yeah.
Beautiful sharing. The way I learned leadership, I learned community management, I learned a lot of things from him. The path of truth tests you like anything, but like the ultimate alchemy is becoming the gold. So the golden consciousness in me manifesting as a golden pyramids now.
It's really great to know all your journey, and it will definitely inspire lakhs of women. So thank you, Deepti ji. Thank you, Deepa Trija. A small message to our audience and to especially women.
So to every woman, one last message I
Yes.
will tell you. Never ever let anyone make you believe lesser than what you are. You are the goddess unto yourself. This awakening, always remember, just all you have to do is align with the nature, do your meditations properly, or surrenderance with purity, that's all. So to all the women, always believe in this goddess consciousness in you. Patri sir always bolte the na, my dear God, friends, masters, and goddesses.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Namaste.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Deepa, Trija, for this wonderful time, for all your wisdom, all your journey. And personally, I will learn a lot from you, and we will take this mission forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.